Good evening, it's Glenn the Ball Chef, and tonight I'm putting together a homemade Cajun blackened seasoning mix. I've tried a lot of the store-bought varieties out there, and for me they're just all too salty. And I like a good blackened fish, or I've got a couple other blackened recipes that I like, but I never found one that really quite suited my needs, because I liked something that was low salt. So I decided to try a couple different things, and I think I've come up with a homemade blackening seasoning mix that is fantastic. And I'm going to show you just how easy it is to put together. So let's get started, and I'm going to show you my recipe for it. Now, of course, with any recipe, you can modify it to your liking or what have you. But what I've started out with is about 5 tablespoons of just Hungarian paprika. This has no spice whatsoever to it. And then I put in about 1 tablespoon of just cane sugar, white sugar. I like to use that because it does put a nice caramelized crust on your blackening. I put in 1 tablespoon of thyme. I've got a tablespoon of celery salt. Excuse me. Celery seed, ground celery seed, not salt. And then I've got some onion powder with no salt, and I've got 2.5 tablespoons of that in there. And then I have 2.5 tablespoons of garlic powder. And then we're going to put in the kick to this, which is a tablespoon of good cayenne pepper. Give this some heat. And then for my aromatics, I like to use a little bit of ground gumbo filet, and we'll put in about a tablespoon of that. And I'm going to hit this up with just a smidge of some Himalayan salt that comes out of I guess Mount Everest. I've never been up to Mount Everest. That's going to give us a little bit of salt. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put this into my little food grinder here, and we'll blend this up. Alright, so I've got all of the seasonings in there. We'll mix those up thoroughly. Probably not the right utensil for this, but it certainly served its purpose. We'll take this out and take a final shot of it. Alright, and there's the finished product here. Got it all mixed up. We'll put it in a jar for storage, of course. Let's just give it a little taste here and see how it got a lot of flavor to it. A little bit of kick. But it's certainly missing a little bit of salt. I'm going to put a little bit more in there. I'll probably have a total of about 1/2 of a tablespoon of this Himalayan salt in here. This should not make it too salty, but there just wasn't enough in there. Let's try it again here. That's perfect. Not too salty on any level. You can always salt this up more if you want, but I think this will work perfect on any of your blackened recipes. It's easy to put together, and I think you should give it a try. I'm going to whip up some blackened fish tonight, so we'll give this a try on that recipe, which you can certainly look on my channel. But this is how I made up my homemade Cajun blackened seasoning mix. Thanks for watching. It's Glenn the Ball Chef, and as always, bon appetit.